Welcome everybody. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes and then we'll get started. But settle down and hopefully you'll find inspiration and you'll take something away from today, really, which is hopefully, I'm just going to share. So yeah, give me a few moments and we'll start in a few moments. Let other people join first. How are we all? Hello, Caden. Hello, Alfie. I hope you're all well. I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, we'll give it 2 more minutes and then I'll start. So that's why I'm not. Starting just yet. But yeah, please do bear with me whilst we get. Thank you, Alfie. Hello, Lisa. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. I hope you are well too. I'm all right. Thank you. Brilliant, Alfie. Fantastic. I'm glad you've got the badges. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for your support as well. So yeah, we're going to get going. Let me just post onto, let's share this, see if we can get a few more in. But yeah, I'll start in a few moments. Tell you what, we'll give it another minute and then we'll start. So yeah. I'm going to make the presentation bigger when I start presenting, so if you can't, hopefully it'll be all right. I've never actually put it on the slideshow before whilst I've been streaming, so hopefully it'll be all right, but it should work. Yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just test this up. Hello everybody, I will be starting in 1 moment, so please do bear with me. If you've just joined, welcome to the stream. And I really hope you take something really positive away from this presentation this evening. And like I say, I really do appreciate all of your support. It just means the world to me. So what I'm going to do is just... Right, well, I'm going to start because if people, like I say, if you do miss the start of it and you join a bit late, you are welcome to, like I say, it will be on our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to watch it back if you miss any bits. So first of all, welcome. If you don't know me already, my name's Ryan. I'm the founder of the group, and I started this journey a few years ago, and it's just gone from strength to strength. So, yeah, I want to tell you all about it in a bit more detail. So I'm just going to check that this actually works. I won't be able to. Right, so can everybody see the presentation okay, or do you need me to put it on the bigger screen? Just let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you can see the presentation clearly, because I don't want to start. I do want to put it on full, onto the slideshow bit, but I don't think I'll knock it off. Good evening, everybody. So welcome. So I'm going to start now. So welcome and thank you so much for tuning in. So yeah, this is my journey, which I undergone a few years ago, and it's just been a crazy emotional roller coaster, and been so grateful for everything that that has happened since. So I want to take you right back to the start now, and I had a real vision when I set this group up, and I really wanted to make a difference within the LGBTQ plus community, because as time went on, I began to realize that I was actually gay, and as a regular at football matches, I started to experience more and more things that just didn't sit right with me, and I just kind of felt that unwelcoming, unfriendly atmosphere within the stadium. And initially, it was a bit of a shock, but then as time went on, it just became quite a norm that I was, hearing things on the terrace that maybe made me feel uncomfortable. The atmosphere as a whole, I didn't feel welcome at football, and I wanted to create something that would make a big difference within the community, and obviously been a long, I've been a town fan all my life, and I wanted to create something that would really make a difference. So the main thing that I was thinking when I set up this group is I want to make a difference, and I want to change football for the better, so everybody is able to enjoy football. So at first, I created a logo. So as you can see, this is the one in the middle is the first logo that I created, and it was looking back on it now, it looks brilliant, but it just felt to me, that it was a quick sketch, but it'll always be a special logo to me, because that is where I started. And I was quite proud of it at the time, but looking back, I kind of think maybe it could have been a bit better. But ultimately, the main thing is the group began to become more visible, regardless of the logo. So and people was recognizing us more. And then, if you look at the bottom right hand side of the screen, that is our new logo that we have today. And yeah. Fantastic work by the marketing team at the club, which we had a say in the logo, but the marketing team created it for us. So yeah, they did a really amazing job, and I just love the badge now. It looks like a proper badge. It doesn't look it doesn't look like it's these bits just added onto it. It looks a proper badge, and that's something that I really am proud about. So, as I was saying, I wanted to start the group, but I didn't really know where I wanted to go with it. How to go about it. Sorry, how to go about setting up the group. And at the time, social media was getting bigger by the minute. Well, not by the minute, but it was quite a big movement. Social media. It was getting to that point where you felt like it was getting more and more popular. So I decided to set up a Twitter account, and that is where I started, really, because I kind of wanted to get our name out there, but and I know social media would hit a lot of people, so it means that having a group on the social media platform would actually help improve, just get our name out there a bit. So at the time, I already had a connection with the SLO of Huddersfield Town, and I was kind of liaising with him at first, about the whole idea. I went to him about the idea at first, and he helped me with the the first logo that we created, and he kind of helped us get that foot in the door, to the club, because knowing somebody at the club already before setting up the group really did help us, be able to be supported by the club. Even though I know that they do amazing work with, they really do want to make everyone feel welcome at football themselves. So I still feel like they would have come on board, but it was a bit more of a quicker process because I'd already knew somebody within the club. And then I wanted to create some more promotional material, like leaflets and, um, you know, going around places and, and asking if they'd mind, promoting what we do, because I created a poster at the time. So that is where I started, really, and the rest is history, if you could say so. So when I set up the group, I really wanted to, I really had some clear aims and objectives, and I wanted to create that, that safe space for, the LGBT plus community, and where we can interact, form friendships, because that's really important, and really all be united and really tackle homophobia in football, which I really do feel is a massive issue within the game, and just making stadiums that safer place for the community as well. Because believe it or not, for someone like me to go into a stadium, for example, if I've not been to a football game before, to go, straight into a stadium and actually, it's very, very intimidating, very daunting, and a lot of people, not all, but a lot of people do stay away because they just don't feel safe because of, and that's really sad because, football should be everybody's game, but unfortunately, until more progress is made, it isn't gonna, more needs to happen to make us as a community feel more welcome. So yeah, like I say, we really look positively to the future, and try to just assist in that, that fight to eradicate homophobia in football altogether, because it really shouldn't have, it really shouldn't be in the game at all, or it should be taken more seriously should I say, because actually I feel like it isn't taken seriously enough, and it's just not really fair at all. Thirdly, raising awareness and educate more people. You can't buy raising awareness and educating, because it's so important with what we're trying to build, and raising that awareness and educating, really does make that big difference, because people may just think about what they're saying before they say it, and it's all surrounding, do you realize what your words mean to somebody that may be sitting behind you, or maybe 5 yards away or whatever. And it's important to educate people about that, and to educate people that we as a group, we should have a voice, and we should be able to go to football games without the fear of getting abuse and being made to feel uncomfortable and unwelcome. And to create that safe space as well, I think that's really important, because creating that safe space for somebody that may not be able to go on their own, if a group like ours is here, it'll be that little bit easier, because we all go as one, if you could say so. So the support network that we started to build as we went along was just, it was pretty overwhelming. As you can see, we've got a few images there on the screen. So we wanted to build that support network, and the club initially, came into contact with us, and by the supporter services. I don't know if you know, but they look after the supporters' welfare, and and they support people that need it. And Andy Booth happened to be in the supporter services department, and he was just unbelievable, because he really did support us from the outset. We got talking, and it just grew from there, really. And as time went on, he decided that, well, we asked him if he would become our ambassador for the group, and he kindly accepted. And to see somebody like Andy Booth, who is a club legend, he still is now, and we'll always remember him. For him to support what I do, I can't tell you how much that means to me. So we had meetings with the club regularly, with various, ideas that we had. And I don't know if anybody is aware, but obviously, can you all see the presentation, or has it gone funny? There we are. I think we're back now. Sorry about that. It's because I closed it down because I was looking at. I'll look through all the comments at the end, by the way, and we will have a little Q&A at the end as well. So it would be amazing for you to post your questions in, and I'll answer them at the end. So yeah, right. Moving on now to the. So yeah, as time went on. Before I set my group up, believe it or not, I came to recognise these LGBTQ plus fan groups from various clubs up and down the country. So I think the first one I saw was Manchester City, Canal Street Blues. And then I began to see more and more because I was doing my research. And, there's one at Arsenal, there's one at Liverpool, Tottenham have one. And these groups inspired me to set my own up at Huddersfield, because I think without them I wouldn't really know what to do. But they've really supported. We're all one big family, the fan groups, and it's incredible that when I started this journey, I think there was about 20 fan groups, and now there's just over 50. And that may not seem a lot, but actually, you can see the growth of how many fan groups have wanted to get involved since I set the group. Because if you see another club doing it, it inspires you to set your own up. And the more and more visible that we've become as fan groups, it's I think it's inspired other fans from other different clubs to set their own up. So I think that's. People have taken inspiration from that, which is incredible. And like I say, when we were able to go to matches, we'd meet up with the fan group before the matches. Obviously, if we're playing them, I know in the football league, there's not as many fan groups, but there's still that opportunity to meet others prior to games. So we do try and implement that into our schedule in terms of meeting other fan groups from their different clubs, and it's just amazing to bring. We're all together, and we're brought together, and we're able to relate to each other, and I think that's really important. But yeah, I'm so grateful to have made the friends that I have with these fan groups, and we all do an amazing job, and we're just trying to promote that message about fighting homophobia in the game, and really combating that issue within our game. So yeah, as time went on, we started building connection with the Huddersfield Town Foundation, who do absolutely incredible work for the community, and we felt honoured to be able to build that connection with them. So as you can see with the Football v Homophobia flag there, that's a few members of staff from the foundation who agreed to have a meeting with us, and then we had a picture with the Football v Homophobia flag. I think it must have been during the campaign month a few years ago for that, and they agreed to show their support that way. And Huddersfield New College, I think a big thing for us as a group is I really want to build that connection within schools, colleges. And we've been lucky enough to be supported by Huddersfield New College as one of our sponsors. And they've been incredible. That first meeting that we had, we both had ideas, where we wanted to take this, and, how we're going to build that connection. And by the way, Huddersfield New College are amazing. That they've been awarded so many awards for equality and inclusion, and you just feel that warming atmosphere when you walk into that college. And as I say, the picture there on the bottom left, that's a photo that we had with the flag. As you can see, it was the older flag that the first flag that we had, but nevertheless, they agreed to do that, and they've supported it ever since. You know, they have equality weeks, and they've invited us in to, you know, promote what we do via a stall. You know, be able to have that chance to engage with students and, you know, just share our journey with the other students and make them aware about who we are. So the other support networks we've came to build was the Huddersfield Examiner. You may know them. We've been in the paper a few times. They promoted our work a few times. You know, LGBTQ plus organisations such as Kick It Out, Stonewall, and Football v Homophobia. I'll come on to those in a minute because, as I said, they do amazing campaigns. And local schools and colleges, like I say, I want to keep building on that and try and get into as many schools and colleges as I can to promote the message about what we're trying to, you know, because I think that it's important to, you know, educate our young people to be aware that, you know, we are visible. You know, the LGBTQ plus community as a whole is visible, and you know, if you raise that awareness and education, it really does help for the young people to kind of just understand a bit more as they're growing up that actually, yeah, you know, it's okay to be different, you know. And the Huddersfield Town women football team. Now, we was invited kindly to a match. I think it was a few years ago now, and as you can see with this picture on the left, we had a picture with the Huddersfield Town women before the match started, with the Football v Homophobia flag, and yeah, they've been really supportive as well. So it's been incredible to be able to build that connection with them. And yeah, as I say, that was the picture to the right of that is a picture we was invited to be part of, you know, the Equality Week at the new college, and yeah, we had a stall behind there, and we just had a quick picture with one student and 2 members of staff there. So yeah, let's keep. So again, let's go on to the achievements now of the group as a whole. Now, the achievement side of it wasn't really something that I expected, nor did I want either. Well, I did. I wouldn't say I didn't want it, but you know what I'm saying. For me, it wasn't about achieving. It was about, you know, raising that awareness, educating, and really making a difference within the community, and to you know, and to really fight homophobia in football. So it's, you know, it's an added bonus basically, and you know, like I say, we did appear in the Huddersfield Examiner a few times. We've been on BBC Radio Leeds, you know, via interviews that way. We know a guy called Ollie who does an amazing job at the at BBC Radio Leeds, and he, you know, he really does inspire us, and he's a great guy, and he's really supportive what we do. Like I said, TV interviews with County News on BBC Look North, being in the matchday programmes for Town Games. Like I say, I think this is perfect time to bring in the campaigns that happen throughout the year. If nobody's aware, it's important to tell you all about that. So there is 2 campaigns that are set aside to try and, you know, fight homophobia in football, and one happens in February, and it's Football v Homophobia campaign. Now, obviously, it raises awareness about, you know, about that, and that idea of Football v Homophobia came about through Justin Fashionu's story. I don't know if you know Justin Fashioну, but he's still the only out gay player that has come out since, you know, I think he came out 30 years ago, and unfortunately he did take his own life, sadly, and that was a real sad story, because, you know, if you saw what he had to put up with, and just because he came out as gay. And we've not had an out player since. And like I said, that was kind of the backstory about why Football View Homophobia, the organisation as a whole, started off really. And there's the Stonewall Rainbow Laces campaign. Now, they do this usually around November time, and they encourage people to wear rainbow laces to support the LGBTQ plus community. And yeah, it's just amazing. And like I say, Stonewall and Football Via Homophobia are two organisations that really do help. And when I was growing up, and to see these organisations, it really meant a lot to me. Knowing that I was gay, but seeing these organisations that were visible, that was trying to fight the LGBTQ plus corner, if you could say so, and really educate people and raise awareness that way as well. So yeah, being in the matchday programs, that's how we got into the matchday programs. They kind of promoted us at the start, just generally, and then as time's gone on, they've always put us in the program at least twice a year to really promote what we do, which we really do appreciate. So we can't thank the club enough for the support they've showed. So we was involved in the pre-match build-up at Canalside for our Rainbow Laces dedicated fixture, I can't speak, Q&A on stage with Andy Booth, and we was handing out laces beforehand. So that was a pretty surreal experience, and we absolutely loved it, of course. I loved it, and I was really nervous actually that day, but for the club to really find time and really allow us this opportunity, it meant a lot to us, Podcast opportunities, we've had various podcast opportunities. Most notably, if you did miss it on BBC Radio Leeds, there was a documentary about LGBT representation in sport, and we was kindly asked to be a part of that. So if you've missed that, you can go onto the BBC Radio Leeds website, and you can watch it. Not watch it, listen to it, sorry. But that's... And then, we appeared in the LGBTQ plus magazine talking about homophobia in football as well, and promoting the group itself. They kind of allowed a few other fan groups to get involved in that as well, and it was a great piece that they put out into the into that magazine. And it was just incredible to see our badge in a famous magazine, and obviously it just meant a lot to us. And I forgot to mention also, within a few months of setting up the group, we came across Kick It Out, who do amazing work to promote, not just homophobia, but they're just trying to promote, to kick all forms of discrimination out of the game. And they invited us to be part of, this video that was, wanting to tackle homophobia, biphobia, transphobia in football stadiums. And it was so surreal to have this opportunity to, what happened was they came up to film from my house, and then we went down to the Emirates Stadium. Now, at the time, we hadn't actually got to the Premier League, so actually to go to a stadium like that was incredible, but also the opportunity to promote what we do meant a lot to us as well. But we got to meet a few fan groups down there, and we also got to watch a match that evening, and I stayed over in London. So it was a fantastic opportunity that we couldn't turn down, really. So I want to, hopefully this video works. Please do let me know if it doesn't, but hopefully this works. But this is the video that we was part of. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I don't know if we need permission to play this video, actually. I'm not going to play the video then, because I think that maybe, I'm not sure if we're able to play it without asking beforehand. And I don't want to, do that actually. So let's just move swiftly on. So I want to talk a bit about my experiences of homophobia that I've experienced personally, and I think this really does raise awareness about it. Now, a few years, it was last season. It says, yeah, I think last season or the season before. I can't remember now. We played Brighton, and it happened to be our Rainbow Lasers fixture actually. And I can't tell you how disappointed and angry and frustrated that I felt, and upset that I felt during this moment, because if nobody knows, what happened was basically there was a chant going around, not going around, but from one part of the stadium, a really homophobic chant towards the Brighton fans. And I'm not going to repeat the chant, but there were homophobic chants going on there. And yeah, I was, I think, and I've said this many times, that is the most uncomfortable I've ever felt at a town game, ever. And and even after the game, when I was walking away, I heard, because I walked past the away turnstile, because that's how I get back to the car, and even hearing, comments between the, Huddersfield fans saying, homophobic stuff towards the Brighton fans as they was walking past, it was just really disappointing. And it also had, and I know that one of our members actually left the ground. I was at the opposite end to where this was, so if I was rather surrounding it, maybe I would have left. But because I was at the opposite end, I was kind of in shock at first, and it's hard to express what I was feeling actually. But like I said, I know a member that was near the incident actually left the game, left the match early because of it. So yeah, it was just a really, really difficult moment. But also, it highlights that the work that I do and other fan groups do is so vital, because there's a big issue, with homophobia in football, and it has to, and I have to keep pushing for change, and really, losing track of thought now. I'm catching up on my notes because I make notes beforehand, and going to so anyway, Brighton away as well. I did experience personally some really uncomfortable, on the coach down to Brighton. It was a horrible journey because I just felt like I was victimized really, and it's just not acceptable in this day and age to treat somebody different because of the sexuality, and I feel like there's a lot more to be done to educate a lot more. And like I said, a lot of, not directly at me, but when we arrived in Brighton, there was also just fans towards the back, banging on the coach windows and and shouting really disgusting homophobic comments to the Brighton fans they were walking past. And yeah, again, it was just, I shouldn't, as a gay fan, I shouldn't have to experience that, and neither should anybody else that goes to football and is actually open about who they are. And hearing, like I say, you hear phrases and words every other week, really. I think it's just incredible, really, how you find out that this is happening still. And despite football becoming more inclusive in the past few years with campaigns, like I said, in such as football, the homophobia and Rainbow Laces, the Stonewall campaign, there is still a lot of work needed, and to get rid of this prejudice and make people from all different backgrounds feel safe when attending matches. And I want to just provide you with a bit of insight into, prior to lockdown, I felt like there was a lot more homophobic instances being reported, and I think this was an instance. Wycombe goalkeeper Ryan Alsop and referee John Busby suffered homophobic abuse during a League One game against Tranmere. It really is easy dismiss these as isolated incidents, but research from Stonewall shows that 1 in 5 LGBT people have suffered a hate crime in the last 12 months in sport. In sport, 58% of British people think it's important anti-LGBT language is challenged at live sporting events, yet only 25% feel confident to call out, derogatory remarks. When football does return, we have to be more accountable for all forms of abuse, really. It's just, and I don't know if you know, but Huddersfield Town have created the Town for All initiative, and I think there was a game that they promoted that year, and there was actually in the programme then actually about, and for having an initiative like that, as a club like ours, just means a lot to us. We actually I'm going to go back to the Brighton instance at home, and it was the Rainbow Laces fixture, and I was hoping for a good day, but actually, a good day on the pitch. Sorry, but actually, the 200 feet was insignificant in comparison to what happened during the match, it's just not acceptable at all that that this happened. Homophobia doesn't only occur in stadiums; it's online too, and we've suffered abuse from fans and rival fans. Like I say, it's so easy to create these fake profiles, and I'm going to something else now, but there should be more protection really for that aspect of it. Like I say, it has been 30 years since Justin Fashanu publicly came out while playing in the Football League, and he remains the only British male player to have done so. Former footballers who played in English football, such as Robbie Rogers and Thomas Hitzlsperger, have publicly come out, but only when their careers in England finished. And it's just really sad that this is the case. So I am going to answer your questions in a minute, but let me get. So this was a real proud moment. I want to share with you this proud moment that I had as well. And the club had really, like I say, as you know, the stadium isn't owned by Huddersfield Town, so it did take a bit of time for this flag to go up into the stadium. And as you can see, it is our original flag, but that wasn't the point. The point I'm getting at is that, Andy Booth, Robin and Rachel was really supportive in trying to get this flag up in the stadium. And it did take time, but they did get it up eventually. And I can't tell you how much that meant to me as a person, And I remember that, I always used to go into, a regular Town match. Every time I went into the stadium, I used to look over to this flag, and it did make me quite emotional and really quite happy inside that a club, really does support, my hometown club really support what I do. That was a surreal moment which I'll never forget. And it's just incredible, really, that they allowed us that opportunity to have the flag up in the stadium and that visibility. And now, with fans not being able in the stadium, our flag is still on show. Our newer flag is, I don't know if anybody has watched the streams on iFollow, but our flag is by the home dugout, and you can see it quite clear every home game. So that's just incredible, and really does mean a lot. It really does mean a lot, So evolution of Proud Terriers into the future. So I am coming to the end of the presentation now, and I really do hope that you found this interesting. But this is the final piece of information that I will give you this evening before I hand over to yourselves, where you can ask any questions you want about the group. We rebranded the logo of the Proud Terriers. We got in touch with the marketing team because I was kind of like, I was wanting, as time went on, I kind of realised that the badge that we had before wasn't really a proper professional badge, and the marketing team really helped us with that, and really they created the logo, and that meant a lot to us. And like I said, we told them, what we was kind of looking for. So we did have a choice in the brand of the logo and what it looked like, but they just designed it for us and made it as professional as they could, which was really nice of them. And we really do appreciate that from the club. Keep raising awareness. We always try and keep active on social media. And I think that's really important to keep active on social media because, it shows that we're visible, and we try and post things that we can relate to as a group. So it just raises that awareness. So we want to keep doing that. More merchandise is on the way. As you can see, I'm wearing my Proud Terriers t-shirt. So if anybody would like one, happy to send some out to you. So please do get in touch if you would like one. And also we've got the Proud Terriers pin badges, if you haven't already known. I'm wearing one this evening. And yeah, they're also available. But we do want to get more and more merchandise out there to promote what we do. And yeah, so let's go on to the next slide. Yeah, contact us. You can contact us via Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram with the name at Proud Terriers. You can email us proudterriers08@gmail.com for more information about the group and how you can get involved. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. And I really hope you enjoyed listening to my story. And to finish, we've got a few photos. Which we had. I don't know if you remember Jonas, Lossel, and Zanka, and they really did support the group, and I met up with them too prior to a match. And Zanka, obviously, Jonas, Lossel, obviously ex-players now, but still, it still meant a lot to us to have that support. Jonas Lossel wearing his rainbow laser before the match. He posted a picture on his social media, which is just incredible. Meeting the players as well. We got opportunities to meet the player. Well, I did it anyway, and that was amazing. Amazing experiences that that we're able to have because of people allowing us that opportunity. And then, if you can see there at the bottom there with the rainbow Huddersfield Town mug. I went to Luke about this, the manager at the Megastore, and I wanted to create something like a rainbow-themed Huddersfield Town mug, and he agreed, and he said that to leave it with him, and the rest is history. And they are available in the store. So I'm going to stop sharing now, and I'm going to come back to the comments and let's see what everybody's been saying. I hope that everybody found that so interesting, and really, it really does mean a lot that everybody's come to join. So yeah, let me go back to the top. Any questions you may have, just post them in the comments if you want to ask anything. Thank you so much to everybody that has joined. Never know how to work this, I'm don't know how to go. Oh, there we are. Right. You're an inspiring guy. Thank you so much, Alfie. Thank you. I love the logo. Thank you, Lisa. Hello, Matt. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Thank you so much for your kind words, everybody. It really does mean a lot to me. Let's keep going. Ryan is a legend. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Thank you, Shane. I've seen the flag, but never known other groups. I find it really interesting to learn more about it. You've done an amazing job. Thank you so much, Lisa, for your support. Keep up all the hard work you're doing. I would be happy to help in any way I can. Thank you. Brilliant story. Thank you. Really enjoyed it, Ryan. I've learned so much. That's good. I hope that I haven't waffled on too much about, and I hope you've kind of got to know what the group's about, really. I just want to leave with this comment here because I think you're such a top man. You're a good guy, good mate. Your story's amazing. The way you've done is. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here unless anybody's got any more questions before I go. But like I said, thank you so much for joining. It really does mean a lot to me. And like I say, I hope you didn't lose me throughout that presentation. I hope that you were able to, I hope you was able to follow what I was trying to say. But yeah, it's so interesting what you've been through. Thank you. I'm glad you thought. I mean, yeah, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for joining. Thank you, and thank you, Alfie. Yeah, ultimately, I just want to keep making that difference and really raise awareness, and that's really important to me. It's the club support, the fan support. It's just been an incredible journey, and I just want to keep going and keep pushing for change for what I believe in. But yeah, I think. Thank you. Yeah, your support means a lot, like I say. So yeah, I'm going to wrap that up now. And yeah, like I say, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate everybody's support. You know who you are. You're the loyal people that continue to show support. It means a lot to me, honestly. So if you could share this video around, and people that missed it, and yeah, I'll have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you so much, and take care, everybody. Thank you. Bye bye.